Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations! Working together, you and I, we've bumped this channel up to a whole new level. Welcome to the first smartwatch well over $200 in value. Greetings! Welcome back to Smartwatch Ticks. We are doing an unbagging of an amazing device. I've been working well over 6 months to try to get somebody that would say, okay, I'll send this to you. And we have it. Finally, the Garmin vivoactive HR. Thank you, Gearbest. They trust us to come through and are delivering on an amazing fitness band using memory LCD screen technology, brighter in the sunlight than it is indoors, with all sorts of features, and an app that's equally competent to rate being an exquisite watch amongst those out there on the market today. All right, Gearbest will have a link down below for you. You can click on over there and pick this thing up. It's an excellent, excellent Christmas present. Holidays are coming. Oh boy, here we go. What do we got inside this thing? Here are the basic specs. It's Bluetooth 4.0. It is definitely waterproof to 50 meters. Oh yeah. You got Bluetooth calling, call answering, call ID display, caller's name display, phone call reminder. We've got the message reminder and stuff, health tracker, heart rate monitor built into it, pedometer, sedentary reminder, sleep monitor. Of course, all that stuff's with it. Remote control function for remote controlling music on your phone. Yes, you can find your phone, and it's basically vibration inside this watch. So, other functions, GPS, Wi-Fi. It's a touchscreen operation with a couple of buttons on it. 150 milliamp hour battery, but remember, with this kind of a screen, you can get nice, long battery life. It's declared to be round, but you'll see it's more rectangular, with ABS case and TPU band, and works basically with Android and iOS, and there's all the dimensionality you need to know. Let's get into this, shall we? Here it is. Wow. Kinect Iq. We're going to learn about that. This is a special web-based process that allows you to download apps to the device, totally different than what we've seen with Apple or Android apps. Okay, and there's a little display in Chinese about the tethering app itself, Garmin Kinect, which you can get from the Google Play Store, and we will definitely be jumping into that as well. Let's open the box and do a formal unboxing. When you open it, it's very presentation oriented. You've got it, the device itself, laying out inside of here. You can take off the little cover, and you have to take this completely out in order to get into it. Yeah, I've had it apart, I've played with it, and then I put it back in the bag to surprise you, right? You undo it here, and then we remove it from the cardboard. First time I did this, I slid that little rubber thing off, so be careful you don't pull that off. There we go. Okay. Nice, wide, contiguous TPU. Pretty stretch. Nice, lots of holes in the band, both sides, breathable. Because it's waterproof, you definitely can take this underwater. It's got all that going for it. Heart rate monitor with 3 diodes plus the receiver in here. Garmin written down here. It's got the GPS module in it. The bands are removable, but you need a special tool to get in here. It looks like they're removable. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, they should be removable. Okay, and then inside the box we also have a book. An inspected by, and some little stick-on labels. Beat yesterday, it says, I think, and Garmin probably, yep, that you can put on your whatever. I wonder when they're going to start putting those henna tattoos, to come along. So for at least for a little while, you could tattoo the name of your device on your arm. Somebody heard that. You watch, it's going to be coming. Okay, this is called the vivoactive HR. They have a whole bunch of devices out there. Time for me to show you this page. This is a selection of the different devices that they sell and for which they have apps in their app store. And they run prices going well into the $600, $800 range. We're this one down here. But take a look at these. There's a lot of really interesting stuff this company puts out, not to mention all the other fields that they're in, like aircraft and other things. Very sophisticated company. This is the vivoactive HR. This is their manual, all in Chinese. Oh, don't tell me. There must be English in here. Let's see. Okay. New. Still no. Oh my goodness. We have a Chinese manual. Well, the watch is in English. So much for the manual. Let's take a look at it. There are two buttons on the front. And long hold on one of them will turn it on and turn it off, and then they do other functions. Let's try the left one. Coming up already. There, you see it? Now, we got to play with the lighting again, because this is a transreflective screen, so it's brighter in light than it is in darkness. But it has backlighting for when you're indoors. We are at the time. When I press it once, nothing happens. Okay. Oh, that's because it's, oh my gosh, look at that. It's installing an update. Oh, you're so lucky. We did that with another watch and we got going, and it's like giving birth on camera or something. The watches are going through the process of updating. This doesn't happen often. Doggone it. But it's happening now. See the circle filling in blue up there? There, we are done, and it is completely updated. That gave me a chance to get the flashlight, too. Look at that, how bright it gets when you can hit it with actual light. Okay, let's see if I can do this one-handed. I'm going to press again, nothing happens. I press and hold, and I have the option to go to Do Not Disturb, lock the device, or power it off. So that's the left button. Plus, it also functions as a back button when you're deep into menus. Speaking of menus, we tap it, and we get into all the different options of things that you can do in terms of fitness. Running, biking, a pool swim, golf, walk, row, sup, ski board, XC, ski, running indoor, biking indoor, walking indoor. That means it's not going to turn on and use GPS for those functions. Rowing indoor, find my phone, and you can add new other sports to it as well. That's when you tap the right arrow once. Tap it again, it's going to go into whichever one was selected. Tap it back, I guess it was run, and tap it again, and we're back to the watch face itself. Now, if I slide, see it looks like arrows pointing up. If I slide up, you can see it's calculated 40 steps and 1,387 calories with a big exclamation mark. Not sure about that one. I have had it on a little bit, but I really haven't worked it out yet. We're going to do that and try to get you some data. There's the intensity minutes on a weekly basis. And save your activity. Save an activity to view data. That's the last sport. We have temperature, high and low, in Fahrenheit, because I've set it for that. The precipitation. No notifications at this point, but it can do that. There's the heart rate, which it's attempting to get right now in the background. And this is interesting. It is reading thin air, so I'm not sure. We'll have to check the accuracy of the heart rate. I'm always a little concerned when a device doesn't give you an error when it's reading heart rate. This apparently is still giving us a number, but it's going to give us a chart. That's what they hype in their advertising. You saw the chart of heart rate going across the thing. There's a calendar that's waiting for data. Searching for, what is that? Varia lights? I have no idea what that is. And verb. Now, I added these two from the store just to see what would happen in adding things. And I got stuff I have no clue what they are. Third-party things. Perhaps these are some of the add-on attachments you can make with this device. No idea. But they're there, and then it loops back again. So this is how the device operates. You have all the different widgets that you can go to by scrolling, and you can get to your activity fields by clicking over to the right. You can select one of them. You can go into it, and it's waiting for GPS. Let's see if we can get one that's not going to need GPS. So we have to be outside for that. Let's do an indoor bike. Here we go. And do I have to push a button to start it? Yeah, there we go. So it's started. It's timing it. It's going to calculate distance and speed. And it knows how to do that somehow. From an indoor bike, which might have to have a dongle of some sort on it that's collecting that information and sending it back to the watch. But it's a really nice screen on this thing. There, we stopped it. I guess I'm in pause, because if I hit X, oh no, that actually stops it. I can discard it, yes. And it's vibrating all the time when I'm doing that too. And hit back, and we are at the watch faces. Let's take a look at the app now. It's basically called Garmin Kinect. When you launch it, it asks you to sign in or create an account. Female or male. Your height, and it's in inches and pounds. Wow, okay. I'm just going to leave it whatever's on here. And there, which of course I can change later too. When do you typically sleep? 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.? Why not? Which wrist are you going to wear it on? The left? Based on your previous answers, we've set some goals. You can leave them or edit them. I'm going to skip it, and we can sync the device. And sync whatever's there, but there isn't anything, but it says it's syncing right now. I'm not seeing anything happen on the actual device itself. It's happening in the background. It's fresh out of the box, so there's no data really on it to sync. And it says it's completed. And we finish. So we come into the first page, I guess, and it has all this stuff in here in the app. Beta access, profile and privacy, your overall user settings. That's where we put in the defaults. We took the defaults as they came. Here, I guess, is where you can set your blood oxygen. Is that what that is? Your bedtime. Your units of measure, statute. I've never heard it referred to as that. Okay. Walking stride length. Excellent. By adjusting your stride and knowing your steps, you can get better calculation for your distance. In your running stride length, they actually divide it between walking and running. Of course, this is an extremely sophisticated device and a matching extremely sophisticated app. Heart rate display in beats per minute. Or you could have percent of max. Interesting. Power display is in watts or zones. First day of the week is going to be Sunday. And that's it. All right, anything else we want to look at here? Pretty much self-explanatory. That was user settings. Profile and privacy. We saw that at the very beginning. But you have the ability to make these modifications to it. No gear added. Then, smart notifications. It'll notify you for any of the things that you select here. Access required. You've connected a device that. That's a notice coming from here, or the app, I guess. You also have access to these social media connections. Default music player. These are a variety of the things that I have installed here, and it can select amongst those as to which one to be a music player. Some of them are not music players, most of them actually, but you can pick out one. And then third-party apps. Wow, you can sync data to Microsoft Office, MyFitnessPal, or Strava. So those are the three external apps that will tie in with this. So you can move your data from the wearable to the app, and then from the app, export it to one of these or more of those three, I guess. Signing out, your build number and version, and all of these documents. Wow, okay, copyrights. Difference between China product and a non-China product is all the legal documents that you get. Cool. Technical details, app diagnostics, device sync audit, and device connection aid. And we just went through the whole connection stuff, so we are connected, but if you have a problem, if you can get it to this far, you saw what it took to get just to the app, but if you can get there, I think you have to be connected, and if you are, I don't know if you'd need this, but anyway, you can have a device connection and app diagnostics and device sync audit, technical things to help you out. Okay, that is settings. So it's going to give us an overview of what the app can do. Snapshots are quick views of your data. Customize and record your snapshot here. Swipe left and right to see more snapshots. Let's close it. Here's our opening page. Wow, I've been away for a while, and for good reason. I've collected some really cool data to show you. And not only that, I've completely changed the bands, so you're going to get a quick look at that as well. Let's do that right now. You remember when I was sliding up and down to all the different things? Well, watch this. When I slide it, some of them are the same, some of them are different. There's a stopwatch. You see that? I've got a built-in stopwatch now that I added from the store. Got a couple of other things that I've added here. Some of these are the same, and they're still looking for connecting like calendar and stuff like that. Look at this, sunrise and sunset times for my location. That's an app you can install. Here's the heart rate stuff, and there's some beats that I had before I took it off to make this video. And a nice big battery so that I can see what the power is. It's not on my opening screen, and some of the others, they just don't really have it. I guess it's way up there tiny, but I can just slide down and get my battery reading real easy. That's how I like it, and that's an addition that I made. Now over here, when I slide to the side, I guess I have to have it on. Oh yeah, that's right, we press the button to go over. Look, just for the fun of it, I arranged them so I have walk, and then walk indoors, run indoors, bike, pool swim, rowing indoors, sup, stand up paddle, yeah, golf, skiboard, XC ski, and so forth. And then, of course, you could add different sports if you wanted to. Here, running, cycling, walking, and so forth. Alpine skiing. Anything new we haven't seen? Strength, okay. Cardio and other. Let's add a little cardio. Oh, we can pick a color. And I guess it's been added. Then there's basketball, volleyball. All right. Did that go over here? Yeah, I went over here. So we're specifying that sport, rugby, cricket, lacrosse. Folks, this watch is really, really amazing. And I know I'm not doing it justice with the light. If I hit this thing with some decent light like it was outdoors, you see it like will blind the camera. It's just so good in its reproduction of the colors and everything. So I'm doing it indoors. It's overcast outside. I don't have much outside light right now. But when you are out in the sun, it's brilliant. So that's the band. That's some of the updates to the band. Now let me show you some of the data. I'm going to go slightly off screen because when you get into the runs and cycling, it shows you your location information. This is the first page. As we move further, you see you've got a little page down here. Then you go into the overall page. This is your step count so far in the last 30 days. And then this is intensity in minutes, which I haven't done any yet. Got to get intense, gang. Oh, then you get into weight, which I haven't modified from the default that I took. And now you get into running. And right above here, it's giving you the name of the location where I did my run. Now, watch this. I got a cover down here because when I tap this, it's going to give me my data, but it's also going to give me a graph of my trace, a Google Earth or Google Maps graph that's small, but nonetheless readable, so you can see your track with markers on there. And then you have this basic information, and you can slide off and see this kind of information too for runs. Now it gets even better. If I come back in here to where the graph is and I touch on the graph, whoa, it's going to now zoom all the way in on my location. Now, when I zoom it way in this case, I get really, really close. And you could look at it in any way you want to, but it's the standard Google map until you press here. And you have satellite view and hybrid view. So you can put traffic on it if you want to or whatever. And you've got your running track. And look how smooth it is. The watch is collecting great GPS, which, it exports to 3 different other apps. So you can use this data for other things. Now, from the running, I did a cycling. So pay attention to what you're getting here in terms of data for a run. And then we go over here to the cycling. He says, there. Oh, no, look at that. I got pace. Oh, yeah, we got more things. Here was a loop. This was your laps if you had laps. And then this is your pace, your overall pace. Okay, now watch this. While we're here in the pace, I can slide down and also show my heart rate, which, because I was doing some aerobic activity, is much higher than my normal 60 to 70. I get cadence in a scatter graph. I get elevation, minimum and maximum, and the time in my heart rate zones. Yes! Wow, okay. These are the 4 tabs that are related to running. Okay. Now we get into the cycling tab. And again, if I press here, I will go into a data display with another map that's going to show me some information and have the location and say cycling up at the top. And this is the data that you get on the first screen. This is what you get on the second screen. All right. There's that looping thing here, and then there's your overall speed, and check it out, heart rate as well, with cycling, and elevation, and time in the heart zones. Whoa, yeah. Now from cycling, I slide over, and I get into strength training, which I don't have any. Then I get into swimming, which I also don't have any. Then I get into sleep, and this tells you how you slept last night. And if I click on the data, wow, look at this. You get your average, deep and light, and your average awake time. You get a full chart. There's each of the nights. Okay, Friday night had 8 hours. Let's pop that one in. There, all right. I get levels and movement. This tells me my actual physical movement wearing the band, I guess, and the intensity of it throughout the night. And then these are the bar graphs we're used to seeing in terms of levels for sleep. And that's the last one we've got, is the sleep component on here, because from here we go to my community, which is where you could put friends in here, and then you loop back to my day, which is now updated to my tiny little number of steps today. Okay, Mr. Ticks, enough, stop. We need a break. All right, here's your break. You get to read some stuff before we jump back into the app. No, we're not done yet. I know. Just imagine if I did phone reviews, okay? Be happy I just stick to watches. The vivoactive HR fitness lifestyle concept with an integrated elevate wrist heart rate technology and robust activity tracking sports app. Whole lot of technology going into this band. And that kind of sets this up in a whole new echelon. I'll let you guys read this on the screen while we grab the app and continue, because there's more to show you. We've already gone right to left, left to right, all of that stuff, but we haven't talked about these things. Up here in the upper right is where you can set the pages that you're going to go through. If you want to see my day, running and cycling, but you're not going to do swimming or strength. Notice I had already turned off golf. I'll put that on now so you guys can see that. In fact, I'll turn all of these off. My community we saw, weight training, intensity minutes, steps and sleep. Let's take those. Next. Here they are. And I could drag them around to whatever order I want them in and say save. Okay. And now we're back again. And here's my golf information, which I don't golf and I don't have any information on. But if I did, it would be there. There's the steps and there's the sleep information. Those are the three things that are listed. So this is where you contour the app to match your preferences. Got it? And it's not looping once I have it like that. My day. Okay, that's all this stuff. Now, if I click up here, oh boy, yeah, here we go. This was just the first entry of all of the things that we can do with this. Across the top, we have three other things. This takes us into message notifications within the app, pushed by Strava, shared with Garmin. I mean, it's all integrated together. So if you're really looking for a band that's going to tie in with your other workout information, this is the one to check on. And you get notifications that show up here. This is you, where you get to edit your information and your privacy and everything that it's got on you. And this is your band. And this is everything about your band, which includes Kinect Iq Apps. You ready for that? Here we go. These are the applications now that we have installed. And these are the ones that you see when you scroll down and up on the screen. We have the heart rate zone. Oh, I'm sorry. These are the ones when you press the button and you go to the right. These are the ones that I reordered on here. And I just simply went over here and was dragging them around. Moved them into different places. Like that. And so you can put your favorite things up on the top, so when you swipe over, they're right there on that front screen for you. And it pushes that down then to your watch. Let's see what we find when we say get more applications. Now that's launching us over to the Kinect Iq store. And in the store, we now have apps contoured for this device that we could actually download as well. And I presume including different watch faces. 7-minute workout. I could use something like that. Let's download it. Whoops. And allow. And it'll be installed the next time the device syncs. And it's as simple as that. And there are tons and tons and tons. Oh, it's syncing already. Tons and tons and tons of new apps. In fact, while it's doing that, let me show you this page. You saw that, I think, before? I forget. Anyway, you're seeing it now. These are all the different watches and bands that Garmin puts out. Some of them ranging $500, $600. We're looking at this one today right down here in the corner. And when you select on that, you get into the page that shows you all of these things, which are all app types. You could sort by applications or data fields or watch faces or widgets. And this is just the first page. When you expand it, you get a page that looks like this. And just like you see when you're looking through Google or something, there's page after page after page. There's 34 pages worth of all of these different kinds of content, from apps to watch faces to widgets to you name it. So if I press the button here, I come over to all the things, and remember I just resorted some of them. As I scroll down all the way to the bottom, I get to the new app that I loaded, a 7-minute workout. And it's starting the heart rate calculation, and it's going to go into the thing, giving a countdown, I presume, and doing whatever the 7-minute workout would be about, which I have to read up on. But nonetheless, it's installed that application, and they show up over here. Oh, there, I had to press it to get it started. It's doing a get ready, and it's doing a countdown. And if we're on my arm and we're getting the blood pressure or the blood reading, there we go. It's 1 of 13, and it's doing 30 seconds. And it's giving me my heart rate. Whoa, a little high right now. And continuing. So that's on here, and that's just the latest app that we did. Stop the session, yes. Okay, so what else have we got? This is the applications, get more apps, and we saw all of that stuff from here. We've got widgets as well. The widgets now, of course, are the things that you get to when you're sliding. So like that battery widget that I put in here, right there, that's available as one of them that I downloaded. There we go. You see them all here. Weather, my day. There's the stopwatch that I installed. Bunch of other things, and these are ones that are not installed that you could put in if you want to. These are the ones I tried, and I didn't know what they did. You saw those earlier, way earlier. And there's an AccuWeather minute cast, forecast by the minute, telling you when rain is coming and how long it's going to last. And it didn't work, unfortunately, but it might work in your area. So those are the widgets. You have watch faces, data fields, and you can manage the overall storage on your watch or your band. This device reports having 795K and 8 slots available, whatever a slot is. And I think these are the things that are taking up the current slots. Look at that. I've got a watch face called No Frills, but I haven't figured out how to put the watch faces on the watch yet. Something else for us to explore later. And that's the storage. And that's all in the Kinect Iq Apps. Then, of course, there's your device settings, your user settings, and we looked at those from the other pages. You can learn more, and, of course, you can find your device. And it's vibrating right now. And it's been found. Okay. That was all coming in from here. Then we went, snapshots was the main page, the main opening. Leaderboard is where other people that you're challenging can participate. You can have an overall calendar, and look how cute this is. It's showing you data, once you understand what these colors mean, on the calendar. Then there's a Newsfeed that gives you just streaming news information about your own activities. There's your activity status here. There's your health status that you can go into. Just recuts of the data that you've already collected in here. You can even put in gear, which are shoes or bikes or other type of gear, and you can depreciate it over lifespan. I mean, for the serious person into wellness and health, there's a lot of stuff in here. You have a whole section on workouts that you can go into, creating custom workouts, and more. Really amazing, huh? Connections, groups, live track, download different golf courses, golfers, and then different devices, overall settings, which we've seen before. The version, all the documents, and technical details. And then third-party apps. Those are the ones that you can connect to. So we're getting into the same screens from different places this way by looking off on the side here. But that's it. That is this amazing app. If we go back over here to our snapshots, that's our main opening screen, and where it tracks all of our basic information. And it's an amazing band. It's really something worth looking into. You have lots of capability to contour to fit your particular needs, and it is available from Gearbest. Absolutely. We really, really appreciate them taking the time to send out such a robust piece of equipment, trusting us to give you a review on it, and listing a link down below with any discounts they can offer so you could pick it up directly from them. And remember, especially on this one, if you buy through our link, it helps them, it helps us, and we may be able to get more watches and things like this in the future. You've been watching Smartwatch Ticks. Again, apologies for a rather lengthy review, but there's a lot to cover in this one, and we'll see you again soon. Take care.